So this was a meme, and I took it a little bit too seriously after reading the comments. I saw a lot of people arguing about if 9 or if 1 is the correct answer. And so we're going to find what the correct answer is. When we look at this plugged into a calculator, if we plug this into a calculator, we have 6 divided by 2, and then we have parenthesis 2 plus 1 end parenthesis. Now we're going to be using PEMDAS, and so we can see that we solve from left to right, and we will be doing our exponents first. We're going to be doing our parentheses first. So we would have 6 divided by 2, and then we have our parenthesis, which is 3. And parenthesis really means multiplication. So we have 6 divided by 2 times 3. Now, from here, if we look at our PEMDAS, we solve from left to right. So since multiplication and division have the same precedence, we're going to be solving from left to right, meaning that we will have 3 times 3, and we will have 9. So 9 is the correct answer. And you could argue, though, that 1 is the correct answer if you solve it like this. 6 divided by, and then the calculator is somehow automatically putting a parenthesis, 2, and then parenthesis 2 plus 1. If we have these parentheses here, we will rewrite this as 6 divided by 2, parenthesis 2 plus 1, end parenthesis. And in doing this, we would obviously solve the denominator first, or we could even solve the numerator first by canceling out this 2 and this 6. We would have 1 over 3. This would become a 3, and then our answer here would be 3 over 3, which would give us 1. Now, it's important that we realize that 9 is actually the correct answer here, because when we plug it into a calculator, we have 6 divided by 2, and this division symbol only and only works between these two. It doesn't carry on dividing as we plug in values, or at least it shouldn't. If it does, then you should know that your calculator does that, otherwise you will get the wrong answer. So after you do this, and let's say you have times 3. So you have 6 divided by 2 times 3. Well, in writing this out in a proper calculator, we would have 6 over 2 times 3. Now, if we had it where the division right here carries over the entire time to the right, we would have 6 divided by 2 with the times 3 with our 2 right here. And so these are the different ways a calculator can look at it. And if we were to do this, we would get 9 here and 1 here, leading us to different answers. But calculators that I've worked with always give it in 9, and I've tested a couple calculators before I did this. So everyone who says 1 is kind of wrong if we go about it like this, which is how I would go about it. But if you want to do it the other way and assume that your calculator takes this division symbol and carries it along until you have some other symbol, it is 1. But at the same time, you could say that there's an implied multiplication inside of here. And since the implied multiplication is inside of here, we would have 6 divided by 2, and then another times 2 plus 1. So correct answer should be 9.